Welcome to FYI. Good morning, folks. TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Welcome to FYI, folks. For your information, we're happy as you guys are. It is Friday. How are you folks doing out there? Do let us know. As you come on, we say share the light, smash that emoji button for us. A fantastic Friday morning to each and every one of you. How are you guys doing out there? How are you good folks doing? Do let us know. Tommy Gibbs and Siobhan McDonald. I see Evelina. Whitaker, good to have each and every one of you. Let us know how it is at your end, folks. How is the weather? How is the traffic? How is the news? I tell you, do let us know. We're so happy that you guys are here with us. We couldn't ask for a better audience. You all know how it goes. You all know how it goes, folks. We couldn't ask for a better audience at all. We just couldn't. We couldn't ask for a better audience, folks. Good to have each and every one of you, as we said, here with us, guys. Here with us. Welcome. Lots of news, lots of information to share with you, good folks. For your information. Welcome. Good to have you, Rihanna Mingo and Cheryl Bascom Greenwich. I see you here, Cheryl, and Rhonda Spencer Talk. Oh, front pass is here as well. Ingrid Crawford and Joy Pamela. I see John Jones is here as well, guys. We are so happy that you folks are here with us. Welcome, Lauren Stoll and Ingrid Crawford. Loretta, our guy, good to have you. I see John Jones and Onessa Wardeen. Mavis Henry is here too. How has the morning started where you guys are? How was the night before us, behind us? How was the night? Good to see you. Siobhan McDonald, Rhonda Spencer Tom, Cherry Rich, Simone Williams. I know some of you had a late night. Some of you saw a couple of you down here by Coates Main Street trying to catch up on the deals there, folks. Saw some of you that's very sleeping in late today. That's very sleeping in late with good cause. With good cause. Mavis Henry and Avril Goodman. I see Osman Hodge is here as well. Margaret Daly is here too. Good to have you, Margaret. And John Jones, I see you. Sharon Alfonso Evans is here as well. Sharon, how are you doing out there, Sharon? How are you doing? How's Friday treating you thus far? Hope each and every one of you, your day is off to a productive start, folks. I hope you guys are fired up and you're ready to go for the day. We're finishing the week strong, good folks. We're finishing the week strong. I'm so glad that each and every one of you here with us. Roger Norris, good to see you, Roger. Tripping me up. Roger, tripping me up here. Good to see you, Roger Norris, joining us from NY, from New York, including Claire Alexis, Charlie Richmond. Claire, how are you doing this morning, Claire? How are you doing? We hope you're well, Claire. Hope you're well. I hope your work day as well is off to a good start. Hope your work day is off to a good start. John Jones, we see you there. And Magdalene Barrow. Magdalene says she's not getting any notifications anyway. Folks, I don't know how Facebook operates sometimes. I do not know. Wish I did. We're on. I was stepping out of a supermarket last week and a fellow was arguing with me. You haven't been on for the week. You have not been on for the week. I said, sir. And the guy was going to fight me. He's going to fight me. But his notifications too was giving some problems. I don't know how to help in that regard. But we're going to try. John Jones is asking about Julia. John Jones, Julia's coming back to full health, guys. A doctor's orders, getting some rest and recuperating. Sometimes we got to take it easy, Sometimes we got to take it easy. We can't always drive the car in fifth gear. We can't always drive the car in fifth gear. But when Julia comes, you see, I can disappear. And she got carried for 2 weeks. She had to I got some rest when she comes. I got some much needed rest. Tia Pompey. I'm only kidding, guys. Only kidding. Vanessa Andrews and Audrey Milo. What a name, Audrey Milo. Morning like this. When the weather is a little chilly, I know you folks in the dark will laugh at us when we talk about chilly weather in the 592 because you're got some real chills your way. You're got some real chills. You're say, we know what that means. Even Ramasa, or you probably say, we know what that means. We know what yet. Deborah and all the other guys who are joining us, guys, as you come on, we encourage you to share the live. We want others to get this valid, credible information, the stamp of approval. Valid and credible. Couple things to share with you guys this morning. Happening, folks. We're going to drag out some stuff pick out some stuff from the morning papers. Then we got some stuff brewing internationally, regionally, and locally as well, folks. And this is the day they start 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. Against gender-based violence, folks. We're going to see how many hypocrites run out beginning today for the next 16 days. But I promise you, I'm going to be trolling them. I'm going to be trolling the hypocrites. The trench couples, I'm going to be trolling them. The sanctimonious gangsters, who want to run out now and talk about, we are against gender-based violence. So like last year, where were you on lots of the biggest issues that you were silent on? Silent on, hypocrites. Yeah? So today begins 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. We're going to be taking you through the places, we got to stem this tide. Ardent listeners of our program and viewers, we talk often about this pandemic against violence against women and girls locally. Right? And we got some stats for you this morning. We got some stats. Gavin Liverpool said hypocrites and the hypothesis. It's true. Both are true. The hypocrites and the hypothesis, the same thing. Both are true. It's them folks. I can be trolling them. Like you cannot imagine. I can be trolling them. I can be trolling them so much they can call it 7 billion. Hypocrites. I can be trolling them. You were silent on Ozzy Rogers. You were silent, Darren Lallen, Kwame. You were silent on Charles. Talking about the Charles too. We can circle around the Charles. Folks, those of you who are here with us, we encourage you guys to share our broadcast, and just, you see that thing called, you got a thumbs up and smiley face and so on, the emoji button there. Smash it for us. Let us know how you guys are feeling out there. Gavin, you smash the emoji button is yet, and Siobhan McDonald, Beatrice, share the like, guys, and smash that emoji button for us. We're so happy that you folks are here with us. So happy we got John Jones and Beatrice, Siobhan, Gavin, the whole crew, folks, showed up this morning. And we're so happy. We're so happy. But we got some good people with us. Again, I know some of you are going to live this morning because I went down my Courts to check out the bargain. We hear Courts has some good deals, up to 80% off. Yep, the Black Friday deal started at 12 last evening. 12. Some of y'all really like buy, Some of y'all really like to buy. You really like buy. Out your house 12 o'clock in the night. Really like that. Is it 12%? Is it 8%? 8% for some of you. You ever get a little money and you don't spend it out? Or you're done spending all your little money? Oh, folks. Guyanese. That's the Guyanese-ness with all of us. Yeah? The little money. You ever get that thing and done spend it out? Julian, how are you doing? Good to have you here, Julian, and Grace James and Godfrey. Is it Montaigne? Godfrey Montaigne, good to have you. Desmond, Benjamin. Your eyes getting thing as the years go by. Good to have you. Isabella Butters. Isabella Butters is in Southern Africa today. Isabella is joining us from Botswana. Isabella is a girl. She thinks you know. I want you all know that. I want you all know. Isabella is a girl that thinks. Waking up in Southern Africa. And they tell us that Botswana is a beautiful country. Beautiful people. We're happy for you, Isabella. So happy for you. You gotta relax sometimes, Don't take life too serious. See some new places. Meet some new people and so on. Isabella is leading by example. You see that? Vincent Kerr, you're signing place new for the year. Aswin Hodge and Belle Crawford. Dream Girl, Mati. Dream Girl, Mati Prasad. Polly. Dream Girl, Mati Polly. See that? All kinds of fans. And Charles Mitchell, we see you there as well. We're so happy that you guys are here with us. We're going to step into the morning papers, Grace James and Godfrey and Seymour Charles and all the other folks who are joining us, Carol Rollins and John Jones, Gloria Gordon, Isabella Butters. Isabella is telling us good afternoon. Is it afternoon the sun already, Isabella? Wow. You're in the future, boy. You've seen it already, Isabella. You've seen that future already. Guys, we are ready to go. We hope that you wonderful folks are as well. Carol, we see you there. Barry Crawford, we see you there. Gloria, Alec, and all the other guys who are joining us. We're happy that you folks are here with us. Happy all year with me. Ready to go, folks? How the Christmas coming by, y'all? How the Christmas, this 8% come just in time, apparently. For the thousands I saw last evening down there by coast. For the thousands of you, who were out your house late last night shopping. Y'all know y'all live. But it's all good, 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 folks. It's all good. It's all good. We are about ready to get into the morning papers. Beatrice, how are you doing here? And all the other folks who join us, how are you? Wonderful, lovely folks doing? Do let us know, guys. I think we're about ready. Are you ready? Are you ready? I think we're ready. Get to the morning papers, guys. How are things at your end as you come on? Share the light for us. Smash that emoji button. Good to have you. Beatrice Selby and Isabella Morning Monroe and Paula Mattis. You're here as well. Good afternoon to each. Good morning, rather. You see Isabella jogging me now. It's in the afternoon. Good morning to each and every one of you guys. We trust that you guys are great. We're happy that you guys are great. Sharon McKenzie, good to see you as well. Sharon and all the other guys, all the other folks who are with us. Great to see you folks are out. Wilson the car and Sharon McKenzie, Isabella Butters, Mother Monroe, Paula Mattis. Good to have you folks. How was the day started at your end? Do let us know. Siobhan said a pleasant good afternoon. Yeah, right back at Beatrice. Like I'm not even here. Like I'm not even here, folks. Right back at Beatrice. Daphne Josephine. Daphne, how are you doing? Welcome, Daphne. Welcome. Good to have you. Good to have you, Daphne. Great to have you. We are about ready, guys, to get into our morning papers. We're fired up, ready to go, and we trust that you guys are as well. Ready, we tell you all to get into the morning papers, guys. Let us know perhaps a headline or two at your end if you can. Little Lancaster Bishop, good to see you, and all the other good folks who are joining us this morning. Guys, let's begin through the morning papers. As we begin through the morning papers, it's the 25th day of November, in the year of our Lord 2022. Believe it or not, 2022. And the first up is British firm BP, British Petroleum. They have won the contract to market the Ghana's oil. I don't know about doing them back to say just every 8%. Because no matter how much we produce oil, always they see the benefit. Things in the market say sky high. You see? And the salary, not much has changed. By the time they tax that 8%, 4% and so on, what we left with? But they're telling us that British Petroleum, BP, has won the contract to market the Ghana's oil on the international market. We should be happy. We should be happy. But again, we've heard so many of these announcements and oil prices and so on. But this doesn't come back to benefit us in any real way. Doesn't come back to benefit us in any real way. Right? It does not. So, we're checking on that, folks. We're checking on that. We're going to keep you guys posted. British Petroleum, BP, will be marketing our oil. Right? The pumping in the city, folks. The city is pumping. Right? The city is pumping. That's what they tell us. It's a pumping city. It's a pumping city. Civil Defense Commission tells us that all of the pumps are working in the city. All of the pumps, they check and they inform the public. All of the pumps are working. So even if it rains heavily, you should expect rainfall. Any accumulation of water for any long periods of time. Right? You shouldn't expect any accumulation of water for any long period of time because the pumps in the city, folks, the pumps are working. But let's say I know. Will the city be pumping? That's how you got them. The Department of Atmosphere and Controllers informed of years last evening. Thomas Carson was found. He went missing a couple of days ago after the boat he was in a Region 9 fishing trip, capsized. He went missing. His body was found recently. His body was found yesterday, as a matter of fact. The American controllers, Thomas Carson. And we extend our condolences to his family, his loved ones, his friends as well, all who knew him and all who loved him. Our thoughts and prayers are with you guys. We heard your authority say now have to look at the system more in depth because, of course, just a week ago we had the NYPD officer who drowned in the Region 8. That was now we have Region 9, American Place. Yeah. That's another thing happening, folks, and we thought you all know about in the morning papers. In addition to that, folks, got some other stuff happening. We got some other stuff happening. Tommy Gibbs, Anthony Adams, Letitia Barker, in the comments. Seymour George, we have some other things happening. We think that you, one of the folks, ought to know about. Yeah. We got a few things happening, guys. We think you guys ought to know about, and one of them is this. So we understand. Some of them be a little tired, a little woozy, a little boring. Sometimes you're out place to live last night. Quotes and a massive Black Friday sale. Massive Black Friday sale. I don't know how they ended up at Black Friday originally. Not quotes in particular, but the general name of this shopping event. However, Black Friday, but Coates had its own version of Black Friday sale beginning last night at about 12 a.m. and thousands of persons were there on Main Street. Thousands of persons were there on Main Street participating in that Black Friday sales, guys. That Black Friday sale. Thousands of persons were out there. I think we do have that as a one of the headlines for the morning paper. Thousands of persons were there. I saw some of you. Wasn't your sale from past? Brenda, what was it you? And the family spoke. It's a huge crowd. Fox it wasn't you, Annette? You're talking about ice mistaken out. Yes. Henry Shepard, McPherson, Raymond James. I seen together. I seen together. I know I saw some of you. We're going to bring you some visuals of that in just a second. Sherry says the audio is not very clear. Alright? The audio is not very clear. We're gonna try to fix that. If you see the audio is not very clear, we're going to make sure that peaking. Help us there, make sure the audio is not peaking. And anyway, Debbie Andre and Sharon McPherson. Alright, and the companies want to know where people get this money from. So people have big business, doing well. Right? Yeah. There it is. We're gonna give you that again, guys. Check our audio first, please. Check our audio levels. I need to ask you where people get the money from, and Joe White says doing a lot of advertising for Coates. It's all good. We know Coates. Joel can send something our way soon. We know that. Celestine, Kiten, Terrence, Beaton, Sheila Boyd, Child, and all the other folks. The folks are saying the Mike Grumpy. Hope we managed to rectify that. Right? It was peaking a little bit. Timber Ford and all the others was peaking a little bit. We hope. Rena says the jagabats in your microphone. I believe you said the jagabats in the microphone. Tommy Gibbs says GC come Black Friday sale now. Folks, take a look at some of what transpired at Coates last evening. Black Friday sale. Happy Thanksgiving too. Yeah, that's some of what took place there at courts last evening. They said they had some deals as great as 80% off, as big as 80% off of those deals. And persons, with a little you have in your pocket, try to capitalize. You can't get it as 100%. You got to pay full, and 80% off. Folks try to capitalize on those bargains. And you saw that crowd. I'm sure I saw some of you out there last evening. Almost certain I saw you. Selena Magnell Barrow, Selena Fraser Magnell Barrow, Kim Road, Tommy Gibbs, I'm sure. I spot some of you on the front line there. I sure. Don't tell me I see it properly. So, Sharma E, Grant Melville, Gene Haynes. Sure, we saw a couple of you out there trying to get in, cash in on the court's Black Friday sale last evening. Folks, we turn attention to some things that are happening internationally. A couple of things are happening internationally. We think that you guys ought to know about. A couple of things happening internationally. Paula Williams, we see you there, and Sheila Boychild, Grace James, we see you as well, and Gladstone Matthews. Thanks for joining our broadcast, guys. We're so happy you guys have tuned in. One of the first things they're telling us in Britain, they get ready to strike for 2 days in next month. They want better pay. Folks, I argue that British nurses are some of the better paid nurses internationally. Our nurses, as a matter of fact, are running from this country and regime to work in Britain. British nurses say, they need better conditions of work and better pay. Imagine what our nurses should be saying. That's the point I want to make. Imagine what our nurses should be saying. The British nurses complaining. You see? The British nurses are complaining. But our nurses, at least that's all of them. Right? Not all of them. They said they haven't been given a pay increase for a little while now. They have not been giving a pay increase for a little while. Just when they think things can get worse. They're telling us that the avian flu, bird flu, has wiped out about 50 million birds. 50 million birds. So I don't know what was on the table for Thanksgiving. There was the printing chicken now. See that? 50 million birds. This is in the US. Wiped out. Compliments of the avian flu. 50 million birds. Gloria? Yeah. 50 million. Thanks to the avian flu. That's one of the things brewing internationally, guys. Regionally. Guyanese is in everything. The US customs official had an operation recently. They went after some Caribbean sex offenders. Some Caribbean sex offenders. Believe it or not, one of them is a Guyanese. ICE. This U.S. enforcement agency, ICE, went after Caribbean sex offenders, and in the bunch of them, a Guyanese is named. Yeah, we sell everything. Everything we in. Everything. We ain't missing nothing. We missing a beat. Right? You go into the people country with your dirty ways, with your nasty ways. Till to foreign. Well, the report tells us that the Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency, ICE, on Wednesday, said that 4 Caribbean nationals were among 18 unlawfully present non-citizens. Unlawfully present non-citizens convicted of sex offenses who were recently apprehended during a nationwide enforcement effort. Right? They had 2 Haitians, 1 Guyanese and a Jamaican. 2 Haitians, 1 Guyanese and a Jamaican. Right? They tell us here that the 48-year-old Guyanese citizen who was living in Brooklyn, New York, was convicted of felony sexual abuse in the 1st degree. And this is sexual contact with an individual less than 11 years old. sexual contact with an individual less than 11 years old. This person is 48. Well, the Border Immigration Authority swooped down, right? Swooped down. Now we got to watch it because by the time they're done, they post them back here. And it's a problem to us. It becomes a problem to us. So that's one of the things we're following, folks, regionally. This operation that happened in the U.S. and not the Guyanese, 2 Haitians and a Jamaican. That's one of the things we are following at our end. Yep. And then we come to the 592, folks. What's happening in the 592? That's where we're at. We got a couple of things we want to bring to your attention. The 592. A couple of things there in the 592. Share the live, folks. Smash that emoji button for us. Partner with us as well, folks. As you know, one of the reasons why you got all of these folks packing up here down at Coast Guard Inc. This 8%. And folks, you can only spend the 8%. We're getting, 80% discount. 80% discount. That's one of the things we're tracking. Right? 80% discount. Right? Because they tell us police, soldiers, firemen got salary adjustments just yesterday. Salary adjustments, quote unquote, salary adjustments. And so with that 80% off, you can imagine, if he says no, never. Can't get these things ordinarily. Not on this pittance. Can't get it ordinarily on this pittance. So we gotta go now. 80% off. You see 1,000 lined up. Guys, run the back for us one more time. That video of the folks for the Courts Black Friday sale. Yeah. That's 8% crowd. Looking for the deals. Courts had up to 80% off. So the guys try to cash in on that. They try to cash in on that. Do you guys have a story for us? What happening with y'all there? Nothing interesting happening by y'all. You have an interesting story, guys. Share with me. Share with us. We want to know. There's the number 627-6963. You got a story happening by you. We want to know. Tell us, guys. 627-6963. 627-6963. We want to also recommend this business to you guys. The Alistair Collins firm. The Alistair Collins firm. Excellent entity for all of your legal needs, folks. You need a commissioner to oaths and affidavits. Alistair Collins firm. You need a justice of the peace, guys. We recommend Alistair Collins firm as well. As we said here, folks, they are situated at Callion Mall, Lamaha Street, between Camp and Waterloo Street. Lamaha Street, folks, between Camp and Waterloo Street. If you guys need folks who can look after your affidavits, your declarations, your agreements, your wills, your visa applications, such and so forth, we recommend the Alistair Collins firm. highly, folks. Your business, your product, your service, your event could be right there. Right there, Gail Alica. Edward Gonzalez, right there. Donna McDonald, right there. We could be advertising your event, your product, your service, your business. Right there. Do give us a call, folks. Do give us a call. Back to some of what's brewing locally, folks. They're telling us that in 2015, a company was overpaid over $100 million. Construction company, thanks to the PPP, overpaid. Coalition government wrote to them twice to return the money, overpaid by over $100 million. I think it's over $120 million. Company disappeared. Company disappeared. Gilali got Donna McDonald really comment. If you were overpaid $100 million, but I wouldn't even. Will we be seeing you? Don't let me preempt. Will we see you again? Say done with them. Beach in Florida, living it up. Will we see you guys around? This company, folks, can't find them. They say the company vanished. Overpaid $100+ million. Thanks to them, boys. Coalition administration wrote to the company twice. They have not had a response. This is where it's at. Folks, crime, another issue brewing, continues to search unabated. Still holding for the crime plan. A shop owner, it said, a toy gun bandit slammed his head with a scale weight during a robbery yesterday. We got to be so vigilant and so careful, So vigilant and so careful. You see this Christmas season, them boys? Thirsty. Them boys thirsty. This Christmas season, folks. They're thirsty. And so we gotta be very, very careful out there. We gotta be so careful out there. Vigilant and careful. We gotta be vigilant and careful, folks. There's a report out that says this ministerial discretion, this is one of the other things brewing, this ministerial discretion on oil and gas licenses poses a corruption risk. Right? Poses a corruption risk. This was the money laundering and terrorist financing national risk assessment. Yeah. The money laundering, they tell us, let me get it right. The money laundering, terrorist financing, national risk assessment report. And it says this discretion that the minister has under the act, right, it's a recipe for corruption. Recipe for corruption. We tell the boys, hold back this Natural Resource Fund Act. Let's study it some more, Let's study it some more. Okay? Let's study the thing some more before we put it out there. So that at the end of the day, Guyanese get the best. Guyanese get the best that we have to offer. Them boys don't want that. So they send it out there, they send it out there just like that. And now you're getting all of this pushback. Again, this study tells us that this discretion is one of the red flags the report raised. This discretion the minister has on granting licenses, right for corruption, right for corruption. And so we're going to be watching that. We are going to be watching that, folks. We're going to be watching that. Really watch that. For those of you who didn't see our feature on the Ivy Fraser story, we hope the guys have that for us. The Ivy Fraser story where they're alleging a surgery she had at Georgetown Public Hospital led to her deterioration health-wise. And her daughter, Maureen McCalman, asking for justice. We want to circle back because we're getting some additional information that we're working on. We're getting some additional information we're working on that this kind of thing is becoming more prevalent than we know. It's becoming much more prevalent, folks, than we know. And Maureen alleges that her mother had a simple operation for hernia locally. And the stitching afterwards was not done properly. As a matter of fact, they had to stitch her mother 3 times trying to get it right. And one of those occasions, X-ray revealed, her intestines, was damaged badly. And now Maureen's mom, Ivy Fraser, is worse off than before the surgery. Right? We want to share that with you, and then we come back and get to the big issue, because we're hearing it is even more prevalent. And that's why we said, if you have a story, we want to hear from you. You have a story you think is newsworthy. We want to hear from you. Here's what Maureen told us recently.
My name is Maureen McCalman. I live at Lot 72, Robinson Street, Annandale. My mother's name is Ivy Fraser. Originate from Region 1. On February 14, she had a surgery. And after the surgery, they discharged her like 2 weeks after from the hospital. She come home. She spent 2 days home. I took her back the Monday. When I go back there, they said that the cut gets affected. They open up the cut, keep her for another 2 weeks there. They keep her for the 2 weeks, and then they discharge her home. The doctor called me and showed me how to clean the cut. I come home, I did so. Anyway, I carry her back to the clinic like twice. She then left and go home to Region 1. On August 4th, she come back. When she come back here, I go to the hospital, I meet her. The doctor check her, send her home the same night. Tell me to carry her back the Monday. Now on Monday she go back. When she go back there, they stitch this cut. An old cut from since February, they stitch it. When she come home like the next day, the same night the thing open back. She go back again and they did stitch it again. On that time, like when they try to stitch it, they damage her intestine. They never tell me anything. They never tell us anything that, well, this intestine damage or whatever the case may be. I asked the doctor say, I'm not giving her the right stuff to eat. I have to give her like 2 by leg, 1 morning, 1 afternoon. Give her steamed greens, fish, no chicken. I said, okay. I gave her all of that. They sent me to buy a building. It cost $12,000. I don't know how could a pensioner money buy a building that costs $12,000. Okay. She went back again. All they did is just checking this cut and saying that you're doing a good job. Excuse me. You're doing a good job. And continue doing a good job and they can bring her back. So when I look and I saw the feces coming out from there, me and my daughter had a discussion and I said girl, this one looking nice. Let me go and carry mommy to see a private doctor. We went there. Carry her to Mercy. When we go to Mercy and we do an ultrasound, it come out that her intestine damaged. Okay, the doctor said $550,000 where they gave us the quotation to do the surgery. I go back and I talk with him. He said, Granny is too old to do another surgery. It's luck and a chance, it's a risk. So I said, okay. The faces keep coming. I just get like confused. I don't know what to do. I took her to the 7 days hospital. When I took her there, Dr. Mukun see her. He gave me a referral, send me back to Dr. Mahadio. When I go there, I reach up with the same nurses. They say, oh, I know the patient. Bring her back on Monday. When I do carry her back, is that they just look at the cut and say, oh, you're doing a good job. Continue doing the job. Miss Duncan, not a dressing, not a saline, not a plaster, not a tablet. You hear? I got to go in my pocket. If not me, my father. You hear? And right now, I'm not working. I had to stay home now to look after her. When I look at her condition now, she just keep. I know that she wouldn't be with me. Like I say, I gave her like maybe before Christmas because of her condition. But this thing grieving me because you know why? When they're ready and they got election, you hear, they're going to the region one and going to these Amerindian people and they encourage them, oh, you're gonna get a good government, you can do promising them a lot of things. You understand? Now if my mother passed away, now where I am getting money to say, well, okay, I can plan to do this or take her body home back. Where I'm heading for. It hurting me, it grieving me because at that times when I go in there to clean my mother, nobody don't know how I just feel. It just hurt me bad. Sometimes I cry and her word to me, she just tell me, don't cry. Pray for me. It hurt me, it tear me apart. Even to my father, I know that my father is not happy. He's worried because a couple days ago I checked his pressure was high. But so we gotta live with it. We gotta live with it. Look, this afternoon I need plaster for her. We gotta get saline. Where we getting the money from? Hmm? So these things are what get me frustrated. I say, look, somebody call me and tell me, look, why you don't get Mr. Duncan? I said, I don't have any number for him. And they send over the number to me. They say, call him. An area problem. If you want, you could go in there. I could take you in there to have a look at her. Sometimes just to bring her to sit down and she can't sit down too long. Just bring her out and then you got to take her back in. Just as she had hernia. I never lucky to see back Dr. Leon. Never put my eyes back on him. Every time you go there, you see a different doctor. I can't see why they're treating people like that. To me, let me tell you how I feel exactly. Like when they look at my mother, that's probably they saying that, she done live, she's 80 and it's time for her to die. So they put her there, They don't business, they don't care. But that is my loved one. That is my mother and I love her. That's how I feel. Because probably she done big already, so what are you gonna do? Today, I was to carry she back for the stitch up this thing. Oh, you stitching up all things, just putting she on the more pain. The last time she go there was last week Monday. She was to go back today for pulling the cut now for the stitch it now to put the bag on it. They gave us the bag. They didn't show us how to use the bag. The wound is too big for the bag. So when you put the bag there, the feces escaping. So now for we to get that done there, they said bring her back and they're going to small the cut for the bag to fit there. Now if you see the condition of that cut around there, the plaster peel it out. Skin out the skin. So I won't carry she back now for the stitch there and put you on the more pain. No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't. It's just me and a brother. Two of us alone. The healthcare is okay. I have some cousin, they would help me. I have some cousin, they would help me. Like with gauze, sometimes plaster, saline, Sometimes they come to visit her, they might give her a money. She would take it and, buy her stuff. You understand? Last night I was feeling so hurt yesterday. That's when I go and I see my mother condition. It breaks me. I just kneel down and I say, Lord, I need your help. Strengthen me. I eventually end up putting something on Facebook. Some people start making comments. This scared her. I know her from Matches Ridge. So we talked last night, and she said she have something. She will bring it up. She will come and visit him. When I went to Dr. McCune told me, he said, Maureen, he said, don't do no other surgery for anti-IV. He said, I'm going to give you a letter. He said, they damage it, let them fix it. When I get back there, the doctor said to me, oh, we cannot do anything for Granny. You need to take her home, give her home caring, show her love, and you could bring her back. And next, they gave me a clinic date to bring her back. And that was it. Well, they tell me so now because they cannot do anything more. You understand? And they say because of our age, she cannot do no other surgery. If we wanted that we, the sibling and the father, got to sign a paper and give them the consent to do it. So in case she died, is we give them the consent. So the home care, what they tell me now is to bring her home and care her. So whenever she passed away, that is why I assume the home caring and show her love. Just heal this wound or stop this feces from coming. Sometime in the night, she would call out to us and say, well, she messed up. I got to come and change her. It's not nothing easy. The builder is $12,000. Now, I'm not working. I put it this way. I said, look, I can work and have her home here sick. I got to look her. So I come off my job to be with her home. Because it's just me and a daughter. When my daughter ready to go out, I got to stay with her. When I ready to go, my daughter got to be home with her. So there is nothing. Yesterday, I reached a doctor. When I coming out, I reached a doctor that used to look at her, and I had a word with him. I said, Doctor, good day. I said, you remember me? He said, no. I said, I'm Ivy, daughter. And I show him the picture. I said, this is what y'all have done to my mother. He said, oh, bring her back tomorrow. I said, what I am bringing her back for yeah, stitch her up and finish with her there. I didn't care about. At least I know better could be done. You understand? Because, okay, as a patient, if you go there, I know that doctors supposed to do their job. They're supposed to, okay, look, for instance, a day my daughter drive up to Elmore Health Center to get some dressing. You know what they told her? To bring her. How could I got to pay a taxi from here to carry her every day? The couple guys that they gave her is just one cleaning. Just one cleaning, and it's finished. And it gets bigger than that now. That's her tummy here. She doesn't have neighbor.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And we hear that this kind of situation here is more extensive now than you could imagine. It's one of the things, folks, it's one of the things we are tracking. We feel it for Maureen. We feel it for Maureen McCalman, wanting justice for her mother, Ivy Fraser. We feel it. Again, they're telling us that this is more pervasive. Some of the folks from the hospital reach out to us and they say it's more pervasive than you think. We're going to be tracking that. The other thing we're tracking, folks, is what's happening with wages and salary. And you know, the unions tell us there's a protest on today in front of the office of the president there on Vicinjon Road from 11. This is an extended protest activity from 11:30 to 1 o'clock. Your lunch break, go make your voices heard. Don't only be on social media talking about boots on the ground. Let us make our voices heard. Collectively, this is the General Workers Union and the Ghana Trade Union Congress. Again, they are protesting, they want a living wage, given the opulence, the oil and gas resources, the money that we're getting from the oil and gas, the bounty should be available for all of us, not just a choice for you. Asking for a living wage and the restoration of collective bargaining. Collective bargaining. As you folks know, we sat down with veteran trade union leader. This is the president of the Ghana Trade Unions Congress, Mr. Lincoln Lewis, recently, and spoke with him on this very issue of wages. And the very way in which they have now unilaterally imposed this pay hike without collective bargaining from the union. We sat down with Lincoln Lewis recently, and that's what he said to us.
I'm not surprised at anything the president does. I can always read the president in a football. The president don't intend, and he don't intend to negotiate he don't intend to have collective bargaining, negotiate with the public service or any union that is headed by a black man, by an African man. This is here about race and nothing else. And I want to make it brutal. I want to be brutal on it and make it very clear to people. What the president did for the last year and a half, he sought to give to various communities and so on. Those communities are communities that he considered to be his base. And when, after that, he started to talk about one Guyana and spin around, you know what he intends to do? Is to throw the crumbs to workers who look like me. Throw crumbs at them to say, I'm giving you something. Because the pressure start to rise. We start to turn the heat on. People like you, Hines and others start to turn on the heat on him, on his government. So he turned it about one Guyana. But one Guyana don't mean that he don't give workers who are in abundance don't look like him anything, or citizens who don't look like him anything. You know what this guy is doing? This guy is throwing crumbs at a group of workers just to palliate, to ease the pressure off, while he does things to improve the lot of who we consider to be his base. Gau went to Bobby's Bridge and they negotiate. Okay? They negotiate with Bobby's Bridge and they get 9 to 15% wage increase. Previous. Bobby's Bridge, workers' money in that bridge. One of the biggest shareholders is the NIS, workers' money. They have 2 sets of shares. They have ordinary shares and they have preferential shares. I'm telling you what happening. You show me one area where the state has anything to do with it, that an organization that led by an African man or woman has been able to negotiate wage increase and improve benefit. You show me one organization outside of those who are in FITOG, who are prepared to walk along and accept everything that the government. You show me one organization. And if you show me one, I'm going to show you 10 other places where the issue of collective bargaining has not taken place and will not take place. This government is a racist government. What they did there is not about helping people. Let me show you, brother. You gotta understand this thing. When they talk about one Guyana and they run into the African communities, is to do a couple of things. They look around and see what is in there, and we say, well, we're gonna take this. We're gonna give you this and we're gonna take that. Like what they do in Miller's Ward in Linden. Bulldoze the people farm, right? And give them a house lot after. Right? This thing can be right. People got to rise up against these things. People got to rise up. This is not about 8%, you know. It's not about 8%. This here is about triumphalism, about domination, about putting a people on their feet. That is what these guys are up to. You know what they do? For instance, let me give you an example. You have a prime minister who get my color. But he will never come out one day when something happened in the cabinet to the defense of African people. The Minister of Labor will not do it. The Foreign Minister will not do it. Mr. Edgel will not do it. But Mr. Jack Dio and Mr. Orfanali will go publicly and say, we get black, we get Africans, this is a government of inclusion. But they can't represent anybody. When they hard upon them, they shut them out. I want to tell you, this thing is not about 8%, and we're losing focus. This issue is about a group of people, a cabal in this country who intend to take everything for themselves. Look in the oil and gas industry, what is taking place. See who getting the contract, who getting the work. Check it out. Check who getting the land. Go to Lands and Survey and you can see the list. If you get a friend there who can give you the list. Who getting the land? It's a different situation. Not about 8%, brother. The cost of living gone up. What 8%? Even if it's 8%, and even you're making $100,000, how much it come toward you? Ask yourself, it's $8,000, right? What I can buy. I am in a position where I can do a bit more than the ordinary worker on there. And when I go inside the supermarket and come out, at times I just ask myself, what I went for, what I buy, what I could have had 4 years ago, I can't get it now. I got to come back, cut back on my eating. I'm in the office. If my staff, they want a lunch, I can't buy it as before. It hurts. This is about 8%. This is about driving the nail in the coffin of the African man. And the masses of the Indians is to make them survive. Well, bury the earth. You want to survive. You can't rise up to tackle me. You got to support me. But you are going to kill you. That is what happening. And we got to stop it. We got to stand up to political diktats. I never thought in my lifetime I would have seen this what happening now. I never thought so. Never thought so. That's why every day, every other day that I live, I got to praise Bornham. Got to praise Bornham. Check it out. He has done something for this country. Yeah. At least. He make me, I've got him to compare what the rest of the leaders have done to us. Rise up, people. Rise up. Take your country back.
That again was Lincoln Lewis, the president of the Trade Unions Congress. They're talking about the 8% and giving his views on that 8% and how Guyanese should react to it. And we did say that there's a protest on today, guys. There's a protest on today at the office of the president there from 11:30 right on to 1 o'clock, guys. This is the General Workers Union, the GWU, and the Guyana Trade Unions Congress. They will be staging that extended protest activity. And here's an opportunity for us to move off social media of talking with boots on the ground and actually be boots on the ground. From 11:30 to 1 o'clock, in front of the office of the president there, the GWU, they're asking for restoration of collective bargaining and not this unilateral imposition of a percentage for workers. Collective bargaining, a return to that. And they're asking also for a living wage for all workers, a living wage for all workers. And we're going to be bringing you more of that in a subsequent broadcasting. That's going to do it for us at this end, folks. That is going to do it for us at this end for FYI for this morning and for this week. We're going to see you guys back on FYI on Monday at 8, folks. We're so happy to have had so many of you, Dolly Anderson, Linton, and John Jones. We see you there, Roxanne Telford. We see you there, Lynette Fraser, and out front parts. And all of you other folks who are going to come back and watch us, those of you who've been with us all week, folks, or even if it was for a couple of days, couldn't have done it without you. Could not have done it without you, folks. And we thank you for your love, your support, folks, and for your generosity. And we encourage you guys, as is our anniversary month, So partner with us if you haven't done so as yet, folks. We need every cent to keep going. We need your love, your support, your generosity to keep going, folks. These shows depend on you and your kindness, your generosity. You know, we're available via Cash App, we're available via Zelle, via PayPal, and we're available via MMG, MoneyGram, and Western Union, folks. Every goddamn cent goes back in to keep our programs going so that we continue to provide you guys with valid, credible information. And folks, that's going to do it for us today. Have a fantastic morning. We're going to see you guys back on the podcast. On the podcast is Open Mic Friday. Open Mic Friday. We're looking forward to hearing from some of you. And then our final program for the week, we're in the ring back at 8. But thanks for joining. For your information, thanks for joining FYI. Have a fantastic, energized morning, folks, as we get into this Christmas season. Have a great morning. Yeah.